What's up, fishy friends? Welcome to Tim's School of Fish and class is in session. Today, I am going to take a look at another knife from Benchmade. This knife was sent to me to look at from Zach's stuff. You guys know Zach. He's a big Benchmade fan. If you are not subscribed to his channel, go subscribe to him. Awesome guy, awesome channel, awesome content. But before we take a look at this knife, just a couple quick announcements. Don't forget that I have channel memberships available now. So if you would like to support the channel and help me bring you more and better content and continue to do my giveaways, the link to become a member is up in the channel about section. I will also link in the description and pin it in a comment. Also, I've got the 3K giveaway. We are on round number 8. That's why memberships help. I'm on round 8 of the 3K giveaway. That is going to stay open until this coming weekend when I'm going to announce a winner. So still time to enter that. I will pin that in the description, so make sure you guys go and enter for that. Also, the Just the Tip live stream is tonight. We are going to have Jacob from Jacob Creates. That's going to be over on my partner's channel, Uncommon EDC, at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. East. So you guys make sure to join us tonight for Just the Tip. We're looking at the Benchmade Redoubt today. So without further ado, let's get this camera turned around and take a closer look. All right, so the Benchmade Redoubt. It's actually pronounced Redoubt, but that sounds weird to me, so I'm going with Redoubt because that's how I've always said it. Even though I recently put out a short saying that the Bowie knife was in fact pronounced Bowie knife and not Bowie knife, here I am, I'm going to say Redoubt instead of Redoubt. Maybe I shouldn't because it goes against my very principles. So today we're looking at the Benchmade Redoubt. It comes in this 2-piece box. Here it says Benchmade Knife Company on it. On the side, it also says Benchmade. On the back here, the Life Sharp service warranty. And we've got a little sticker here that's got some information about our knife. This is the Redoubt, model number 430BK-02. This is a manual opening thumb stud knife with CPM D2 blade steel. When you open the box, we've got a nice padded insert here. Our knife comes in this little Benchmade drawstring bag, and we've got some information about our knife. So let's open this bad boy up and take a look. All right, so our overall length on this one is 8.29 inches. So this is a full-size knife. We've got a 3.55 inch blade and a 4.75 inch handle. Our blade here is CPM D2 blade steel with a Cerakote finish on it. It is a drop point with a forward swedge and thumb studs on this one. We've got a nice sharpening choil. You can see here that the edge grind is perfect. No areas where they got too heavy or too light. Benchmade always does a good job on their edge grind, and they put a nice toothy edge on their knives. I have no problem with their edge grind. On this side of the knife, we've got the Benchmade butterfly logo that you're going to pay for. And on the other side of the knife, we've got our blade steel, which is CPM D2. This one has the axis lock on it. We've got a T8 pivot screw, T6 body screws everywhere else. Our handle material here is Grivery, and we've got kind of this cap that goes over the top, this one-piece cap that goes over the top. We've got a deep carry pocket clip that is reversible. We've got sort of a Chicago style screw here that is a D-shaped screw, so you can take this out, flip it around. We've got some jimping here. We've also got some jimping here on the bottom. We've got some jimping there by the finger cutout, and we've also got some, I guess you would call it frag texturing on this little cap here. We've got a lanyard hole for those folks that like to put a lanyard on their knife. Action on this knife is phenomenal. Nice and smooth. Action is very, very good. Super satisfying. It is very, very fidgety. In the hand, it is comfortable for me. It's big enough for me to get a good purchase on this knife. Everybody's going to be able to get a full 4-finger grip on this one without any problem. Let me tell you what I like about this knife and what I don't like about it. I like the overall profile of the knife. I like that nice neutral handle shape, which is very comfortable in the hand. The action is very good. I like the blade shape. I like the Benchmade thumb studs because they don't dig into your thumb. They're not all pointy. They're nice barrel shaped thumb studs. I do like the thumb studs. I do like the axis lock. I like the size of this knife. I like the look of this knife, but there are a few things that I don't like about this knife. And you guys probably know by now that I am not the biggest Benchmade fan. I know Zach that sent me this knife is a very big Benchmade fan. I can see why people like Benchmade, just not so much for me. So I do have a few problems with this knife. Number one, the texturing on here is almost too aggressive. If you squeeze it, you can really feel that, and it digs into your hand. You can see the little imprints on my finger and the palm of my hand already just from gripping that knife. So if you were really working hard with this knife, and a lot of people use their Benchmades for hard use, that texturing is going to become problematic really quick. Now, with gloves, I think it would be great, right? If you're working in the snow or the rain or something and you have gloves on, that's going to be great. But in the bare hand, it's problematic. That's gonna rub your hand raw pretty quickly. I don't like that. I think it's too aggressive. I would have liked to have just seen, maybe no texturing on this at all, because the rest of the handle does have some nice texturing on it, which I like. I do like that they gave us some jimping here and here and here, but I don't like that it's so aggressive. You can feel that in your hand, and I don't particularly like it. Now, the other thing is the clip. I like the idea of this clip, but what happens on this one is there's a little bit of space right there between the top of the clip and the butt of the knife. And so your pants kind of want to roll up in there, and it gets caught, right in that little space right there. So I don't really like that. And the fact that this texture here is so grippy, it does want to fight you going in and out of your pocket. And over time, that texture is going to wear down the edge of your pocket, which I don't really have a problem with that at all. Okay, no big deal, but it does kind of fight you. I do like the Cerakote finish on this blade, although they're pitching this as a tactical knife, and you can see there that the blade does reflect a little bit, and with a tactical knife you don't really want to see that. So I would have preferred a DLC coating on this as opposed to Cerakote, but overall the Cerakote is fine with me. The other problem that I have is CPM D2. Okay, look, it's a crucible steel, it's a powdered steel, and so it's a step up from regular Chinese ingot steel D2. It's going to offer a little bit better edge retention, but I would have preferred to see something else, especially at the price point. And then the other thing I don't like is grivery. I just do not like it. I have never liked it, and Benchmade insists on continuing to use it. Grivery just feels like some cheap plastic toy to me. I do not like the way it feels, regardless of the texturing. I don't like Grivery. I don't like the way it feels. I just don't like it, guys. I'm not a fan. You know, give me G10. Give me micarta. Enough with this Grivery garbage. But, you know, it's Benchmade. They're going to do what they want to do. And I don't like the price tag. $200. $200 is what they're charging from the Benchmade website. $180 from retailers. Like all Benchmade products, that is way overpriced in my opinion for Grivery and D2. Even if it is powder form D2, even if it is made in the United States, you know, $99. And even there, at that price point, I think it's too high, but $99 would be reasonable. But, you know, they're at twice that, like they are with all of their knives. Now, I do like this better than the Bug Out. Even with the things that I dislike about it, I like it better than the Bug Out. The Bug Out feels like a cheap, squishy Ganzo knife to me. In fact, most Ganzos that I have are better than the Bug Out, in my opinion. So, yes, I definitely like this more than the Bug Out. But it is not something that I would purchase. I do have problems with Benchmade. I have problems with their choice of materials. And I have problems with their price point. And they have a very high opinion of themselves. And I just don't get it. Look, okay, they invented some things. They've done some things for the knife world that are really great. And that's all well and good. So have a lot of other people. Right? A lot of other people have invented things and been innovative. You know, Benchmade is not the only innovator in the knife world, and they insist on using crappy materials that nobody likes, and they insist on charging the butterfly tax. They have a very high opinion of themselves, and I just don't get it. But with that said, I do appreciate Zach sending it to me. It's always good to get a look at knives that I don't have and probably normally wouldn't buy. So there you go, boys and girls. That is the Benchmade Redoubt. A good knife, in my opinion. Not a great knife, in my opinion. And certainly overpriced, in my opinion, just like with all Benchmade products. As always, I appreciate you for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know if you have the Benchmade Redoubt. Let me know what you think of it. And let me know if you think I'm way off in my assessment. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Just click my logo right over there. That's it for this episode of Tim's School of Fish, boys and girls. Class dismissed.